M. Night Shyamalan's daughter decided to take her first crack at a movie. And I'll be honest with you guys, I was like, oh, M. Night Shyamalan's daughter's making a movie. It's going to be like M. Night's movies. But in a way it is, but it's also her own thing as well. Obviously, this movie was produced by M. Night Shyamalan because, daddy's money. Why wouldn't it be? But throughout the movie, it doesn't really feel like an M. Night movie, really, because, it's not M. Night, it's his daughter. I will say the Watchers had a really strong opening. It got me hooked, and I was like, okay, what is that? I want to know what's going on. So yeah, I'm like already hooked into it. So she did a great job of opening up the movie and setting up, hey, this is what's happening, this is what to expect. So let's get on with it. And then you get to your main character, and I'll be honest with you guys, from the very beginning, I started to hate her. And I was like, I already know how she's gonna be. She's hard-headed, this is gonna be an issue. And sure enough, she's hard-headed throughout the whole movie, and it started to bother me. But that's the whole point of her character, so I'm not gonna get too far into that without spoiling anything. Just know that for me, it kind of bothered me at first, and then later on, she got a lot better. For those of you guys who don't know, The Watchers is about a girl who ended up, leaving her town, and she's just basically abandoning everything that she had back there and decided to go somewhere else. But her car ends up breaking down in these woods, and she ends up getting lost. She's not able to, get back to where her car was because the forest is playing tricks on you. It's one of those things of once you're into the forest, you're not able to leave. It's one of those kind of thingies. She ended up passing this barrier, and that just, it just stops her. So, we've seen this style before. We've even seen this from the show called From, which is, by the way, if you haven't seen that, go ahead and check it out. But once you enter this area, through these barriers, you just can't leave, and that's what the setup is for this. Not only is she stuck in this forest that she can't leave, but there's also these creatures who are lurking around the forest as well. So now she has to worry about those. You don't really get a good look at them, but as you know, with these kind of movies, they want to build up to it. So that way you're constantly guessing of, oh, what is this creature? Is it even a creature, or is it one of those twists of like it's just a regular person? Luckily for this movie, it's not a regular person and they are actual creatures. So I was excited about that. In case you guys don't know by now, I love creature features. Like, I love movies about monsters. I don't know what it is. Like, that's my favorite horror genre, is creatures. So from that alone, I started to get even more hooked because I'm like, I'm liking this. So, that's pretty much the movie. Girl moves away from home. She ends up going to this forest. She can't leave the forest, and then she's stuck in it with some monsters. She ends up running into 3 people who've been in there for a while, and then they basically try to help each other out and try to find a way to escape. And that's the movie. Now, going into this movie, this is still technically a M. Night movie because, it's his daughter, so obviously she's going to want to try and follow in his footsteps. There's going to be a twist. And my only issue with the twist is I realized what the twist was going to be in the first 30 minutes of the movie. But a lot of people in the theater got shocked, and I'm just like, they've been leading up to this whole time. Maybe that's just because, I am a filmmaker, so I'm able to pick up on these things like, okay, they're hinting at this, they're foreshadowing this. This keeps getting brought up, so clearly this is going to be the twist. So I was able to catch on pretty early on. And even when they revealed the twist, there was another twist with it. And it was like, okay, yeah, I figured that as well. So, she tried to follow her dad's footsteps with that. I'm pretty sure he was like, hey, you should throw in a twist in this movie. And she did it. For the most part, it was an interesting twist. I just wish it was hidden a bit more. She started to show way too much of it early on. It's like, okay, maybe that was her intentions though. As far as the sense of danger throughout this movie, you do start to feel for some characters because, certain things happen, and then it's like, okay, these people can actually die. And that was really interesting because sometimes with horror movies, people have plot armor. And it's like, yeah, this person is not going to die or everyone's going to make it out alive. And I was happy to know that there is an actual danger in this movie. Some things were really creepy throughout this movie too. Like, I will give her props on this, that the creature design was really cool. Like, there's this segment in there whenever they're supposed to be hiding from the creatures and they had to get back inside this bunker that everyone's staying at. But, they get locked out, so they have to take time outside of the bunker. Now, they end up showing off one of the creatures that's dangling above their heads. And then you can see its face, it has hair, and it's like, oh, I didn't realize that it had hair. So then things start to build up from there, and it's like, oh, I kind of see what's going on here. So, but that was just me. I'm not sure if anyone else caught on to that early on, who knows. But then the creature gets up to the window, and then it starts to stand up on 2 legs, and it's like, whoa, that's kind of creepy, because you're only seeing a silhouette of it. So it's a really nice, dark atmosphere, and it was just really cool. So it finally stands all the way up and it's like, this thing's huge. Like, I'll be terrified if I seen this thing just walking around the forest. So the creature design was really cool. Even when you get a good look at them, they're still super creepy. So I really like that about that. Again, you know, I like creatures in movies. So big props on that. I only have two major issues with this movie, and that was just that, you know, people are dumb. And you wouldn't have a horror movie without dumb characters. So there's pretty much nothing you can do with that because I guess you just wouldn't have the movie. So yes, they do make a lot of dumb decisions, but then some decisions were made because the forest starts to, you know, play with your mind. You know, it's one of those things. You stay out here too long, your mind gets messed up. So that begins to happen. Then some characters aren't listening too much to other people who clearly have enough knowledge to say, hey, you know, like, let's not open this door. And they're like, but I have to open the door. And it's like, dude, just please, oh my gosh, just pay attention, okay? Clearly you're not thinking straight, just don't open the door. And then there are situations where characters are lying for no reason. And it's like, why do you have the need to lie about this? You guys are all in the same boat. Like, just be honest. So those are my main issues. And then also, I guess you can throw in kind of the ending. I felt like the movie ended on such a weird point because even though this movie was only an hour and 40 minutes long, I feel like they could have easily cut off 20 minutes of this movie and it would have been perfectly fine. It's just that things were happening that weren't really necessary, but it was like, okay, whatever, you know? So all in all, I feel like this was a really good movie. Like, I don't see why it has really bad reviews because after leaving the theater, I was like, wow, this movie's really good. Like, I enjoyed every bit of it. Of course, it has its issues. Every movie has its issues, but I was able to overlook them because the movie was just that good. It was interesting. It kept you interested throughout the entire movie. It was dark and creepy. The creatures were awesome. The cast, there's one member in the cast where I was like, why does he act like that? Like, what's wrong with him? But you know, that's besides the point. The movie's good. So if you haven't already, I would honestly suggest going to check it out. But keep in mind, you know, like I do this thing with M. Night movies. And I know I keep saying this. It's not his movie. It's his daughter's movie. I realized I never actually said M. Night's daughter's name. Her name is Ashani. So Ashani Shyamalan, this is her first debut of a movie. And for her first movie, I would say it's really good. I hope that she continues to go down this path and that she's able to exceed her father because I'll be honest with you, out of all of his movies, I think that this might be one of the best M. Night movies because it was just that interesting. Ashani might even be a way better filmmaker than M. Night, you know. I know that's a bold statement, but I honestly feel like if she keeps going at such a young age too, she's 24 years old. You know, her getting into it this early is amazing. Of course, you know, she's using her dad's money, but you know where I'm going at. If she keeps this up, she's gonna do really good in the industry. And I would love to possibly work with her one day, just because this is my favorite genre. So if you're watching this, you know, put me on. But no, if you guys haven't already, I would definitely go and check The Watchers out. You know, it's new, it's in theaters, it's really good. Keep in mind, it is a Shyamalan movie. So expect a twist. You know, expect a twist, expect not to know anything for a while, and then you'll be fine, as long as you go in with those expectations. Well, guys, what did you think? Did you go see the movie? Did you not go see the movie? What did you think about it? You know, let me know in the comments down below. And also, if you haven't already, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to hit the notification bell to be notified each time I upload a new video. I am on summer break, so I will be trying my best to upload more frequently. And I know that The Boys came out, it's season 4 now, and there's only 3 episodes out. So I'm trying to think if I want to wait till episodes 1 through 4 come out, so that way I can upload a video about that, or do I just want to upload episodes 1 through 3, and then each week I just upload a new video of the new episode, or do I want to wait as a whole series? Let me know about that as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next one. Sunway Review, take me on a cinematic journey through the highs and the lows. You bring movies to